All right, guys, welcome to our channel again. We have second place, Johnny B, rocking Ninja Dogs, which is a very exciting profile for me, at least. I'm sure for all of you, because Ninja Dogs in top eight is insane, let alone second place. Johnny with the spice. On top of that, if I recall, this guy also played no jutsus. This is insane. This guy cooked it up, and I'm excited to see his build. But before we start with the deck profile, Johnny, is there anybody you want to shout out to? Any special shout outs regarding the
Yes,
deck or?
yes. Well, I'd like to give a special shout out to you, Ralph. Thank you very much for having me over at Miami and show all my skills of
Thank you.
deck building. And yeah, so go ahead.
Wow, well, thank you for the shout out, man. Ironically, everybody I've asked this question has shout me out. Well, thank you guys. I definitely feel all the love. Well, enough of that. Let's see what you cooked up for us.
Yeah, so basically, as you mentioned, it's a pretty simple deck. Even if you're a beginner, I'd say go for this deck because if you don't understand all the mechanism of jutsu, well, there's no more jutsus because this deck has none. And eventually, as we go on, there is no more mission either. So you're just playing ninjas, and it's the basics of playing Naruto. So if we get started, the main card of the deck is this guy here. Kiba turns 0 to 0. So when he's sent out to battle, no more jutsus are being played. You gotta put this bastard 3 times in the deck at the bare minimum. So he's a 2-0, and yeah, basically you got to make some big teams when you have this guy on the field. Second place, we have his best friend here, Kamaru. He's a 1-0, turn 0 as well. When he's in the same team as Kibo, they become both 2-0, 2-2, 2-2,
Could you turn the
while they're
cards the
healthy.
other way around towards the camera? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, sir. What?
No, the camera is good. If you could just turn the cards like towards
Oh,
that
yeah.
way. Yeah, so the
Yeah,
camera
it
can
makes
see
more.
it
Yeah, it
better.
makes more sense. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So yeah, and when they're in the same team, they both cannot be affected by Ninja's effect.
Wow.
So the point of the game is you try to fish this guy as fast as possible, and then you put him in the team, and then they're unaffected by Ninja's effect. I have him this guy twice in my deck, and then you have the basic Guroku. If you have a ninja dog in play, he's a turn 0. He gets to be put deployed. He doesn't count as a ninja card per turn restriction, so it's a deployment. It's not a put in play, and he may that may be done if you have a ninja dog into play, or if you have a Hayate in play. Also, during the exchange of jutsu, this guy just can throw himself in any team during the exchange of during the exchange of jutsu. I have Hataru. That is interesting. Can be replaced though. It could be replaced. Flashpoint put in play. You draw one card and discard one card. So this allows you to cycle your deck. You want to discard as many cards as possible from
Sure.
your deck because you'll see afterwards through my missions how mechanics of the deck works.
So
So I
you
have
said
three.
you mentioned something about replace this card. Is this card something? What would you replace it if you didn't think this card was optimal?
Well, this card is not optimal because it's not an animal. So as we go on into the cards in my deck, of this deck, we have Bartender Cat that allows you to cycle, and it's an animal, and it has some support, some back. So it's easier to put animals into play and have animals. So this one's not so bad, but it can be a side card too if you want to change it up. It's a card that would I would change if sometimes you're playing with somebody that needs ask you to require more animals. Anyways, this being said, one of my favorite one is Giant Tiger. Giant Tiger gets +1/+1 for every other animals you have in play. So the point of the game here is to just keep pumping animals on the field. So that's why Hataru is not one of my favorites, but it is very handy to mill your deck and get the cards you want in your discard pile. So this one is also a big card to keep around. I'd
You only
almost put
play
it
him at
twice.
one?
I only have it once, but the thing is, with this deck, I have so many cards that fetches animals from my discard pile that I can allow myself to have it once. But you're right, I would put it twice, remove it once, put another bartender cat, maybe remove another Hataru. But this is how I played it, and the deck was made like on the fly almost before the
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 tournament?
tournament. So I realized a
That's so
few things.
awesome.
So I realized a few things when we were playing that I had to change, but which I will be talking about later. So I have this guy once, but fairly enough, two it could be good as well.
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite cards is Hina. Three
Three times.
times. Three
Wow.
times because she gets plus one plus zero for every ninjas on the field. So she is good in your hand as much as on the field. It's like a must.
Wow.
And you must have it foiled too, because otherwise you don't put it in the deck.
I love that you said that you made this deck on the fly. You were super in a rush and you crushed everyone with this deck. Well, except first place Autumn, but you
But
surprised everyone with Ninja Dogs, man. It was insane to see. But it's
well,
awesome to hear that
yeah.
you made this on the fly and just crushed everyone.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of practice, the day before the championship. We did play
Yes, we
from
did.
morning to night, barely had time to sleep.
Yes, we
Uh,
did. We
I
had
gotta give it
zero
out.
sleep.
Yeah, I gotta give it out to all the players who kept on playing the entire day.
What a
Um,
weekend.
Crazy. This being said, we're going for turn marker one now. We have Hamaru. He's nothing special, but he's cool because he gets plus one for every other Hamaru brother in his team. So this can pack a punch on its own. One team of 12 when they're all together, and it doesn't say that he is non-unique, but he has an effect that's valid that says that if he can be put in play, although there are other Hanmaru into play. So I
Nice.
like those guys. They're easy to stack up.
Mhm.
Big Bark Bull is a guy that, now that I think about it, turn 1 for 000. I would almost put it three times. You track a ninja, and if that ninja is sent out to battle, sent out to attack, well, one of your opponent's ninja, if he's sent out to attack, he gets to put one ninja dog from your hand or Chakraria into his team. So this
Whoa.
can allow to restrict, and it doesn't even need to be. It could be an entrance cost 3, although your turn marker 2, let's say. So it's pretty OP. It restricts the other player to, wanting to use his main ninjas from their deck to be sent out to battle. Yeah, he's a must-have. Like that, you can charge your missions to your chakra. You can use ninja dogs to your for your missions as a cost, and you get to use them again to put them into play. It's an amazing card. This could be put three times in a deck. Inkfish is also one of my favorites. As you know, you don't have any jutsus in this deck, so the one of the only ways you can use that chakra is with these guys. These guys, they just take it all. It's a must. You need it. You need to have it three times,
Yeah,
no
free
doubts.
draw, free play. Really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to pump animals as much as you want. I'll be showing the mechanics of the deck a little bit later on. Then I have the second lead of the deck, Pakun. That's the guy that makes you win the game. Okay, he's a must. You gotta put him on turn two. No doubts. This game is Kiba turn 0 and Pakun turn 2. That's all there is to it. You win the game afterwards. That's all. That's it. Now, what he does is during the blocker mission phase, you pay 0, and then you can negate and discard one target mission. So, and then at the end of that turn, you discard this ninja. So it stops the player from playing any missions starting turn 2. It's pretty
Wow.
OP. Then you got a big dog, turn 3, 6/2, has no effects. He's powerful, turn 3.
Mhm.
You got Monkey King, which I put
Oh
twice
yeah.
in there. I wouldn't put him more than twice because he's not the main character of the deck. A lot of people like him a lot, but ninjas have been thrown around left and right. I would put it three times maybe if somebody plays a mission that doesn't allow you to put ninja cards in play. If that's the case, That does not count. You may put more than one animal per turn without overcoming the one ninja per turn restriction.
Yeah, it's a deploy and
So
not a put in
it's a
play.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
deploy. So this is good. So you get to put him and then put other ninja dog. You can it's errated to one ninja dog. So if you put him into play, you can put another animal into play without, counting as a deployment. Only
Yeah,
one more.
it gets around crying in vain. It gets around heart to heart. It gets around Shyman. The only one I can think of that it doesn't get around is Eno Playful because she actually stops one the whole turn.
Yeah. Yeah, Eno Playful is a drag against this deck, but I got some stuff to show you that just counters that pretty easily. And then I got Kakashi Ayate. This guy, I could almost put him three times. To be honest, this guy could be put three times in a deck. What he does, when he's put into play, I get to put two animals, two ninja dogs from my chakra or discard pile and put them into play.
Mm,
Then, when he's sent out to battle, he gets +1/+1 for every ninja dogs in play. So he gets to be a 10 real quick. And he
yeah,
gets to put some more people, some more bodies on the field just to keep putting
storm the
pressure
field.
on. So even if like you don't get all the animals you have at turn four, you're feeling pressure. This guy, you put him into play, and then there's a little combo with there is what's his name there, the
Gonzo?
Hokage Danzo. Yeah, I put him three times because you remove him from play, you put in a Danzo, and then you put him back into play, and you keep
Yep.
piling
Bringing
up
ninjas.
ninjas. Yeah,
Wow. Very
so
strong.
this could be three times as well. But I'll put them aside. These are could be threes, but And my last card, it's a killer. It's an overkill. I sometimes I change
Over.
it because it's too overkill. You don't get to use it. But
Not
if you
familiar with
have,
this one.
what's that?
I'm not familiar with this one, the third Okage.
Yeah, he's not familiar at all. Nobody plays it, but this one is the perfect deck for him. He says that your leaf ninjas cannot be affected by your opponent's mission.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, at one point, the opponent cannot play jutsus. He can play missions. He cannot even play counter missions because of this anymore. Onto your ninjas, that is. And also, while you have four more leaf ninjas into play, he gets -1 entrance cost and -1 hand cost. So he can be put into play
Oh
at
my
turn
goodness.
five. So turn five, it rumbles up, and he fits well with this guy because this guy he gets +2/+2 if there is a third Hokage into play.
Oh my goodness. Monster teams.
So yeah, as you can see real quick, we can get in some heavy hitters in this deck real quick.
Spicy.
Now we're going on the second half, which is there's almost as many missions as there's probably ninjas or good ninjas.
Yep, no jutsus. Spicy.
Yeah, no jutsus. So turn zero. This is once in a deck. Leader of the cats. Um, I'm hesitant sometimes to leave it in the deck, but once I think it's a must. What it does, it allows you to put an animal from your discard pile into play with an entrance cost equal or less than your turn marker. So this always helps you an animal. So even when you discard animals, you get to fetch them. This is actually good because you can fetch cards
Bring
that
it
are
in.
non-ninja dogs. That you want to
Yeah.
fetch back. You can Monkey King back into play. That is a must once. Then the main attraction of the deck, which is unfortunate, it's a permanent, but this is what gets the deck rolling. Once you have this, you need it three times. It's pretty much GG. If the player cannot get rid of this, it's done. What it does, it gives your Nizuka +1/+1, but also any animals that would be discarded, they move back to your hand. I'll be explaining
That's so
later
good. I seen
what can
this
be
in action.
done. Yeah. But this is a permanent. So all your animals that dies, they just keep going back to your hand. It's very important to have this as soon as possible. Then you got the basic, just like a drifting cloud. You get to it's permanent too. You exchange your hand for the same numbers of cards from the top of your deck, and then you draw one card. This helps you
Staple
to get
fire.
yeah. It's fire. It's easy. Three times. You gotta fetch that Kiba. You gotta fetch that Pakun as fast as possible. This one here, it's a good card. Sometime it could be replaced, but usually keep it always in. What it does, it's a permanent two. During the mission phase, you can discard the four top cards of your deck, And then it allows you to put in play one ninja dog from your discard pile in play with the entrance cost less or equal to your turn marker. So this allows you to put in play some more cards and fetch that Kaiba. No, he's not a ninja dog, but to fetch that Pakun or whatever other ninja dog that can help you, make more bodies on the field and be harder to attain.
Hmm.
It's a pretty good card. Make
Dark
out
Paradise.
Paradise. Make out Paradise is pretty OP as well. However, it could be replaced. This one here,
Mm.
although it is really, really, really good, I could
Replaced with what?
replace. I would
That's a good
replace
card.
it with a mission that allows you to drive in more. So we have that Fire Lightning mission that
Succeed
if
Will
you
of
have,
Fire.
yeah,
Yep.
will exactly. If you have only Leaf in the play, you can draw to up to 4 cards in your from the top of your deck to your hand. And
Really?
or there would be the mission permanent 4, turn 2 as well. Every time you put a ninja dog into play, you draw 1 card.
Oh wow.
So,
Oh, Animal
so
Contract, right?
yeah, animal contract. So animal contract or the other mission would be replaced by these two,
Really?
depending on
Makeout
who you're
Paradise
playing with.
is so good. You could search for the Kaiba.
I
Like that's
know.
guaranteed Kaiba Akamaru right there. But
It
I
is.
think
It is an OP. It is OP. It is to be thought of. It's just the moment. Every time I was there, I needed to draw cards for some reason, but it is to be thought of. Or it could be replaced by these 2 cards, which is also a banger. Time
Scouting
to
Party.
time, I've played it in the tournament maybe once or twice, and I don't know how many games we played, but we played a lot of games. I think I pulled it off once or twice. It puts a lot of pressure. In this scouting party, what it does is your ninja teams, your ninja dog ninjas don't count as towards the 3 teams sent out to attack restriction.
Oh yeah.
So eventually, you see the deck. There's like gonna be like 20 bodies. Well, there's gonna be like 15 bodies on the field, and now you're just gonna be putting this, and the guy does not have that many bodies to stop. So there's 2 games that at least 7 battle wars went right through. He blocked 3, and it's just easy. So as soon as you get like 4 battles reward from the guy from your opponent,
GG with that.
you know that he's rushing now because he knows you have one of those bad boys, on the go, maybe in your hand.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that out either. Such a good card.
Yeah, so people like tend to like split their teams a bit, but the teams are so big in this deck. We were talking about 15 power teams. I've went up to 24 power teams, and
Oh
that's
my.
no sweat at all. So this is the main one of the main cards of the deck is just a spice, but it could be replaceable depending on the scenario. Then we have the basic Warhawk. Warhawk's pretty OP. Give 2 battle words and you draw 4 cards.
Yep.
This is all fire deck must. And now I have these 3 comparative strength.
In the main, nice.
That's in the
Must.
main. Okay, there's the deck on its own is usually built on all fronts. You have Hina's, you have comparative strengths, you
Yep.
have Pakun. The ball gets rolling on its own. You change cards from side deck for very small particular things, very very particular, such as water decks and stuff like that. But generally speaking, the entire tournament, I don't feel like I had to really change things up. It was more my way of playing that had to be changed a bit, but that's it. And then these 2, they're not a must, but I always put them because your deck just cycles so fast that you need to fetch those cards back that you can't fetch anymore, such as maybe Hataru or the non-animals card that it can be fetched. You always want your Kakashi to come back.
Yep.
It's a good card. So I mean, you know what it does? Sorry, it's you get to put 5 ninjas from your deck and from your discard pile to your deck, and then you draw two. You
Mhm.
draw 1 card. It's turn 2.
Yeah,
It's
semi limited on our list. You can only play 2 in our Discord or in our rogue list. But I noticed that you said you wanted Succeed Will of Fire, which I think I really would agree. But I would definitely take the Hataru's out because she's not Leaf, and she
yeah.
can hurt
No.
that. And I'd probably take out Surprise Help over Make Out Paradise. I think Make Out Paradise is so good. That's a very awesome main deck. You played a side deck in this tournament?
Yeah, I did play a side deck, but like I said, it wasn't really like it wasn't really useful. To be fair, I thought the water deck was gonna be an issue, but I put some cards in, but everybody count knew they were gonna get countered, so they played cards that I didn't
Yeah.
never use. So I put this sometimes, but it's just I don't have any side decks for it. To be honest, I have no side decks for this side decks. I just put it in for the fun of it and kicks, but I never got to use any of the cards I actually put in the deck. So this was one counter for water deck. I had it twice, but it's Alliance of Evil. I would never put it's too particular. I wouldn't put it in. I put some new orders in there.
Mhm.
Um, Although I don't need it. This deck could use more counter mission. That's a thing that could be done. You can go up to I would say 6, 7 counter mission. You want to be playing counter missions all the time. This deck used to do that, but I tweaked it up a bit and I finished like that. So there's a lot of wiggle room to make some, stuff to mix around. So new orders, but it's pretty much useless. This is fun too, but it's only against animal decks. But
With a
Gamma.
mirror match. Does that hurt your animals too, or
It's all your opponent's animal.
oh yeah, so good against a mirror match. Which
Yes.
ironically wasn't game one a mirror match? Round one, you had played against Ninja Dogs.
Yeah, funny story. I thought I played Ninja Dog because I knew nobody's going to play it. First guy I fall on, it was a Ninja Dog. And so it was a bit of a hustle. It was a bit of a hustle because the main deck is you don't play jutsus and you just play with huge teams. The thing was he had huge teams too, so I was like, yeah, this is going to be a drag. And so I floated him in, but I didn't get to play it. I was just waiting, just a boom, no more animals. But no, useless. You could have this guy Pacoon on the side, but your Pacoon in this deck is so OP. It would be really, only against a mental deck, and it's pretty good too because your Kakashi gets -2 entrance costs and no more mental power. So it's a good card, but your other Pacoon is one of the main attraction of the deck. So this is pretty much it. You get reinforcement that are all useless. I could tell you about them individually, but to be fair, they're all useless except for this guy. This is the main card of the deck. This is the only guy you need in this deck as a reinforcement. The others just background noise. Denzo. You want to replace Denzo and Kakashi continuously to cycle more ninja and have great teams. This guy goes like a 9-8 real quick. He's a monster, and the teams are just crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll go quickly over the mechanism of the deck, and it's
Thank
pretty
you.
simple. Okay, so you get this guy into play, you get one of those, and then you just him cycle him and you block with cards like this deck is not scared to have their ninja die. They just go at it, throw him, they die, they go back into your hand. So this goes back into your hand. You want this to go back in your hand. Sacrifice this, then you pay 3 more chakra, gets put into play again next turn for nothing, and then you draw a card. Or you just put him into
Wow.
play with King Imma. You draw one card, you got more body. The guy does not want to attack you, the opponent. Once you have this and you have this, he will not want to attack you because you will gain more cards into your hand and you'll get to put them back into play like they were nothing. Him himself, Bakun, his effect is horrible because it says discard him. So when he does his effect, it goes back into your hand next turn. So this is a cycle from turn 2 that the opponent will never again play mission cards. Ever.
Wow.
Okay, they
Wow.
can't, they can't even snipe him with jutsus because we have this bad boy on the field that you can put jutsus into play.
Wow.
So and now you want to get rid of him, but you can't get rid of him because he's with this guy here. You can't get rid of him by Ninja's effect. So Ninja's effect don't work. And if you get to turn 5, well, who knows? You can't play missions, counter missions on my ninjas anymore, anyways. So it's just a cycle of ninjas dying, going back to your hand, and the basic of the deck itself, just allows you to pump animals through the roof. They die, they come back, they don't care. And you have 3 Hinas. Here, Hina, most people have it to have it in their hand to discard like permanent missions. But he's good to have it on the field because you get 15 ninjas on the field. You put him in, it's like a 15 2 loot. he's good on the field. You want to put him on the field. So that's how the deck rolls, generally speaking. And it needs some tweaks because I didn't finish first place, but
Still did
uh,
very, very good. You shocked everyone with Ninja Dogs.
but
Definitely.
it's yeah, but it's a simple deck. It's really easy to build up, and it's cheap. Any beginner can buy this deck for like $50, except for the Warhawks there. But it's a $50 deck. Okay, they're all commons. They're easy to fetch. If
Yeah.
yeah, so it's
Inazuka Clan is probably another really hard card to find as well, but
oh yeah.
everybody's looking for it. It's a cheap card, but it's just hard to find. So
Oh well. So
that
you have
Warhawk Makeout Paradise is another card that's pretty expensive, but other than that, like there's proxies too, guys. Like I make proxies. If you guys need a deck, I sell proxies for $50 or $55, shipping included.
oh
And I'll
yeah.
make an entire deck. If you want a deck like this or any of the deck profiles, message me on Discord and we can make it happen. But Johnny, thank you for sharing this list to us. Did you have any matchups that you thought was very, very tough besides RM's cruise control? Was there a matchup where you were like, oh man, this is really like tough. I can't believe I came out top.
Well, to be fair, I didn't play against the deck Mental Power. I did play before the tournament at your place, and I thought it was annoying. But I didn't have him on the side. But if I'd play against an Mental Power, I wouldn't have this, and it wouldn't hinge me as much, and it would actually be good or better in a different way for my Kakashi to be popping in, and I'd be putting three of those Kakashi in. It would be being playing a bit different. But generally speaking, in regards to the tournament, I don't think I had that much difficulty other than a deck that is made like mine. The first player, the one that finished first place, was the most annoying deck I've seen. It's really OP, and it's hard to get around. Still to this day, I'm not sure how I would build it different to make sure to end on top. But generally speaking, I'd say this deck it's multivalent. It struggled through. It has no struggle. Generally speaking, it's pretty good.
Well, thank you, Johnny. I appreciate your time sharing this deck profile with us. And guys watching this, we have a Discord. We always playing games on webcam. We're trying to get the Naruto game, back alive again. We're hoping to have another one of these tournaments in July. So, thank you everybody again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.